DJ Thunderbutt.
Wake up,
Spank,
sit down,
spank,
do bad,
spank,
good grades,
spank,
baby mama,
spank,
pizza,
spank,
Frank Bear,
spank,
Frank Bear.
spank.
Now you always stopping at 2 or 3 spots. You need to go ahead and kick it up a notch. But you rather switch from the tree and you swing with it. Switch from the tree and you swing with it.
Everybody drunk. It's not tea time. You know what time it is.
Both can't have no damn fucking picking her.
Nigga, I got hair.
No, y'all both can have a pick in your hair. We both can't have glasses.
But y'all both blind. What the
I'm not that blind. I can see you. I can see him. I can read his own shirt. It says beer goggle.
I can't even see what it say on this shirt. It's covered.
Hell no.
Whoop your kids' ass. Beat them religiously.
Beat them motherfuckers over there.
Beat your kids religiously.
Religiously. Soon as they come out the shower with them with a leather belt, whip their ass. Just
Smack
damn.
Smack the black off their teeth.
Wrap the motherfucking thing around your hand.
Discipline. Okay? And we're talking about physical discipline.
Let me start off with what discipline is.
Break it down.
For one, discipline is an initiative. You don't when it comes to discipline, you don't do something quickly. If my child messes up or does something I don't like or I think it's bad for the community, whatever, you don't spank them. That's not discipline. Because as soon as they acted up, I hear about it, I reacted. When you spank your child, that's a reaction. It's not a discipline. Discipline takes time. That takes, patience.
Like
That takes
arts.
practice.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might have to do something constantly, even though it doesn't have an initiate reaction
So
at
whoop your
that moment.
kids' ass every hour on the hour?
No.
Wake up. Spank.
No, not exactly. I mean, unless that works. It's like, you might whoop that. No.
They did.
So for one, spanking initially, or some people call it beating them, is not discipline, because for one, what does that teach? It teaches them to fear you. When I was whooped at a young age,
I want to whoop your ass.
I didn't. When I did certain things wrong, that didn't teach me not to do things wrong. That teach me to be afraid of a whooping.
Nope, it taught me that when I get big and strong, I'm going to whoop your ass.
It taught some people that too.
It did though, because it didn't teach me that. It actually made me afraid to fight. I've never thrown the first punch. Well, I did eventually, but I've never thrown the first punch in my life because I was whooped.
I didn't throw first punches. I wasn't an aggressor or anything.
I wasn't a shit.
That didn't mean that I didn't want to whoop your ass.
Yeah.
So what? Wanting to whoop your ass, everybody gonna feel that. You can't avoid that feeling. Like, we can't teach. There's no way to teach, like, oh shit, you made me mad. I should not be mad at you. You know, like, I should not be upset that you pissed me off.
I mean, you can't actually teach that.
You really can't.
You can't teach. I mean,
you can try to, but like, you can't teach away an emotion. Like,
you can teach people to have understanding of their emotions and to control them and stuff like that. But you can't teach them that by hitting them, because what you're teaching them is anger.
Right.
Violence begins.
Or
violence.
you teaching them fear.
Violent by design.
Or you teach them fear.
Or other Jedi mind tricks out.
I could be angry, but I'm teaching you also fear and anger.
But Rex.
You
What
got
about all them whoopings and them niggas still going to jail?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I mean, I had that conversation with somebody before. They was like, no, man, I talked to people in jail. They said they didn't get whooped. You tell me every single nigga that didn't go to jail did get a fuck whooping.
Right.
You lying through your goddamn teeth.
I mean, at least 90%, at least.
Not to put the man's business out there, but my dad was, like, he'll tell you, he told me, he was a terrible kid. He got his ass whooped. But he was still a terrible kid.
Right.
He still did shit in his life that led him to have certain circumstances.
I don't like him now.
Yeah, those whoopings actually barely taught him anything if he continued to live a certain lifestyle that he did.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at some point in your life, you come across that one motherfucker who's like, if we whoop these kids, they stop getting put in prison. No.
Facts.
But people still being put in prison.
Right, exactly. Like the
Bro, my favorite thing is, man, they ain't whooping these kids no more. Nigga, I see so many kids get their ass whooped. How is kids not getting their ass whooped if all you hear is people talking about whoop these kids'
I
ass?
saw somebody get spanked today.
No, but how are these kids not getting whooped? And you hear everybody, including the kids of the people of our generation who have kids, talk about whooping their kids.
Right.
But the problem is, it isn't just the spanking. Is that the kids are no longer afraid of their parents. And in comparison to the 60s and the 70s and
Well,
shit.
it depends on what you
Well,
want.
it's where-
Oh,
afraid
but
of
I
their
haven't.
parents.
See, there's an interesting thing there. I stopped being afraid of my parents because they kept showing that they didn't have any kind of control.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were so angry all the time. Whenever it was that they wanted to discipline me, they showed that they were angry.
Right.
And in my mind, I was like, well, there's no point in being afraid of somebody who doesn't have control of the situation. I mean, I'm a different type of nigga, but that's how I thought. I mean, there may be other people who thought that. But when I saw my mother go, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, and like get so fucking upset that you could see it physically in her, I was like, you have no power here.
Well, you know,
That's crazy.
That's the thing. These kids be picking up stuff passively before it gets to, you know, like when they come to that point where they can start like reasoning out things for themselves. That's where that comes from.
Oh, man, you know what's fucking crazy?
What?
If your kid is at the age of reason, guess what that means? You can reason with that kid.
Right.
Now let me explain to you something about reason. Okay, so if you hit me because I do something bad, then you're explaining to me, and then you explain to me the reason you hit me. That means that I can understand the reason why you hit me, right? So that means without a fucking hit,
No,
you can explain to me
not really.
why I shouldn't do certain stuff.
Maybe you don't understand the severity of why it was wrong. Just because it's morally wrong in my mind, maybe you don't understand why it should be morally wrong in yours.
Well, maybe it's not morally wrong.
Well, to you,
It doesn't matter.
Well,
It
to
doesn't
you,
matter then.
No, I
It doesn't
agree
matter.
that.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
install that in you. So at the same time, maybe the point of the discipline and the teaching is to, like, maybe they tried to teach you this. You didn't understand that. You didn't understand words. You didn't understand taking away certain devices that you find entertaining. You didn't understand all those other alternatives.
Oh, man,
But you understood this pain. Pain can be a reminder of what not to do. You know from now on not to put your hand on the fire because that shit hot.
right. I feel you.
I know now not to do this because this whooping don't hurt.
No, I feel you and all, but check it out. I'll give you a prime example of somebody who did not catch that ass whooping and had plenty of freedom and did perfectly well with their life. Me. I didn't get beat. I didn't get beat as a
You
kid.
retarded.
Retarded.
You slightly.
Let me spin the tail. Let me spin the tail. So, I didn't get hit as a kid because my mom wasn't about that life. All right, she wasn't really trying to hit us. She wasn't really trying to be like her elders who beat the shit out of her. So, I turned out pretty good because my people were pretty, I don't know what you, preemptive. So for my first Christmas present was a big, huge, like 20-pound bucket of Legos. I'm like 4 years old. Okay? And anytime I would get punished,
And not once did he swallow one.
no. Because they didn't taste good. I was one of them. I was one of them. Raina was the one swallowing nickels and chalk.
This is why she wears
She
shit
needed minerals. But no.
That mineral.
But no. So I would get punished. I would get punished for doing wrong. I would get disciplined, but it would be different. I wouldn't have TV, but I would get to play with my Legos, Connects, Erector set, all that stuff. So instead I would sit in my room and build stuff. So I was only allowed to be proactive, constructive, and creative while I was punished.
My dad got creative with my punishment.
See, that's a little different.
Like whoopings on everything didn't work. So he got creative, as in if I cursed, I had to do vocabulary words, 100 of them, and that is a lot while my friends were playing outside.
See, my people should have did that to me because I can't spell.
This is why my vernacular and the spelling is on point.
Look, that's why we're dynamic, though. You spell, I don't spell, and we leave him out of everything.
Fuck this nigga.
Yeah, fuck me. Bitch ass.
Hey, DJ, were you whooped? You were whooped, right?
Oh yeah, I was whooped. One of my favorite stories. I think I was like 3 or 4, maybe 5. My cousin told me, if you got Vaseline on while you being spanked, it don't hurt. So I didn't even do nothing. I wasn't even in trouble. I was just putting Vaseline on myself, just getting ready. I was like, hell yeah, nigga. So I Vaseline all over my body. My mom come in and I'm like spreading Vaseline everywhere I go. So she whipped my ass.
Now see, you know what? You know how that would work. You know how that would work. That would work against your men. Tell them, like, cause they got the Vaseline on them and stuff, and you was talking about putting them in the wrestling moves and shit.
Oh yeah. I don't believe in hitting your kids.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I'm a karate teacher. I hate kids. I believe in hitting your kids. I don't believe in hurt kids though. Not for real. So like I talk about, I joke on the internet from time to time. Put your kid in the sharpshooter, the figure 4, Texas Cloverleaf, cripple crossface,
and it won't leave a bruise.
So
ankle lock.
So just a small little wrist lock here. So does this hurt, Carl?
No.
All right, so I'm talking to my kid or whatever, or a kid. Hey man, blah 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 blah. So let's say they don't want to listen.
Okay.
All right, now it don't hurt too much, dude.
That's the father. Then the mother
All
come
right,
in
what's
like,
up, man? You need to do this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. All right, you still ain't listening. So does it hurt for real? It's a little bit of pain and pressure, but it don't hurt for real.
It gets
and
attention.
I'm in control of the situation. He's paying attention. He's listening. You put a kid in the submission hold and you have a conversation with him. I mean, you don't have to. It just depends on what type of kid they are. Let me break it.
Ain't how big.
Whooping never really taught me shit. Not a goddamn thing. I mean, my parents taught to me afterward, but that didn't matter because what was on my brain was I want to whoop your ass. Outside of that, I was kind of unpunishable. They whooped my ass. I ain't learned shit. I mean, I was already kind of a smart kid, so I know what I was thinking. Whoopings can teach kids to be smarter in the way you don't want it to.
Yes.
So let's say I eat these chips in front of my parents' face after they told me not to eat them. So he whipped my ass. All right, cool. Now I'm like, when he's not around, I sneak like 2. Put them back in the exact same fucking way he had them folded. And go about. Basically, it teaches me to be a sneakier motherfucker.
And then when you get caught, you get a twice, a double spanking, a harder.
And you know what that teaches me? To be even fucking better at it.
No, it don't. At some point,
at one point, I become Einstein. It was a point in my life where you couldn't take my Game Boy.
Right.
You in trouble. Give me all your game devices. Here go my 64, there go my PlayStation, my Sega, my Nintendo. Where your Game Boy at? I lost it. Nigga, all you hear is the Pokemon March theme. What's that? That ain't shit. I'm watching Pokemon.
Basically, taking your devices or taking the things that you like and enjoy also doesn't work. So that goes back to I have to whoop your ass because obviously taking away.
That's cool. It's cool. Whoop my ass while I'm playing this Pokemon, nigga. Here you go. Shit. Nigga, you want the belt? I don't give a fuck because you still ain't teaching me shit.
There's a video on my page if you go check it out on Kwesi Sekou. Where a young high school girl, I believe she was at least 15, 16, whatever, and she made fun of a cancer patient that was bald. The mother forcefully cuts the hair off and makes her go to school like that. Now, a lot of people call that abuse.
I thought that was effective.
That
got the message across.
I think it was a little bit much.
Maybe.
But guess what?
I'm not gonna criticize.
She was still an asshole, so
yeah, right. As long as that was combined with also visiting.
Oh no, she understood.
Honestly, I think it just deserved a Steiner recliner.
No, I personally would have done. I maybe would have done that, but
put her in
I would have mostly taken her to the clinic and to visit these people.
You made her eat that meat?
I would have made her
Until she developed
talk to
cancer.
them and then made her feel empathy. However, you know what? Sometimes the best teacher is you feeling it.
Yeah, it's true.
We get so caught up in this abuse word, in this tactic of discipline, and we kind of lose our, the end result. If no matter how harsh it got to this point, if no other way could have worked or other ways could have, but if me shaving off a child's head got you to understand what it's like to be picked on, you know what? The punishment fit the crime. Your hair is gonna grow back, and if you get traumatized, good. Some trauma is not all trauma. It's bad trauma.
You know they say if your kid wants to be an artist, you should whoop their ass and treat them terrible.
Michael Jackson.
That was different. That was hold up. That's a completely another situation.
Know what it takes for being a great artist? Being weird.
No, you need
and
to
being
jump as a
miserable.
dad. I believe if you are going to strike your kids, do it with your hands. Okay.
Oh, with your elbow.
Look, like I said,
With the people's elbow, you better lay them down.
If you gonna spank your child, at least do this.
They better smell what your ass was cooking tonight. Okay.
Smell with the ass whooping.
It's the most electrifying punishment on television.
Don't rock bottom your kid because that shit don't hurt.
Don't do that.
You may want to rock bottom. You want to rock bottom.
Book in they shit.
You want to do your version of rock bottom. You want to get a bag full of rocks. You want to hit their ass. That is the rock
How
bottom.
many times I told you? I told you 5 times.
Five
I told you.
times. 5 times. You know what? You know what, son? You can't see me.
Hit that nigga with the STFU.
Hell no.
If you don't sit your ass in the corner, shut the fuck up.
No, seriously though, like effective disciplinary means, because when I was younger, I mean like about 5 years ago, I had it in my mind that if I had kids and they acted up and I gave them things like television and Xbox and shit like that, I would just toss that shit out the window and not give them a reason for it.
Yeah, see, now you ain't never used it. It's completely different from finding, like, my mom used to take the quarter or some shit like that, or put the 64 up in the control. See, this is the problem with having parents that are technologically uninclined or just don't know shit about technology, is that kids can take advantage of them because they know more shit. I know damn well I don't give a fuck what app my kid got, what phone, what device, any of that shit. I'm getting all of that shit. There's smart TV, they can have the holograms. You ain't having shit, nigga. When you on punishment, that shit gone. Nigga, you can't read the back of a cereal box.
But see, then I thought about it.
They can have Legos.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Then I thought about it. The way I was disciplined and the things I went through when I was being punished, I still had my Legos. I was still able to play with my Legos, Erector Sets Connects, all that shit.
They can have Legos and a dictionary.
Something to think about. When people say, "Well, how can you have this?" Comment on not beating your kids or this.
Oh, because we ain't got kids?
Because we don't got kids.
I think about that kind of shit.
I'm a karate teacher. I got like 30 kids on every Friday. I mean, they give them back, but shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't have a kid, but I think about this stuff all the time.
I'm not around the kids all the time. One, I remember vividly being a kid. I remember the feelings. I always told myself I would never forget how my parents made me
That's
feel.
How I was.
The Toy R Us kid theme resonated with me heavily. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toy R Us kid.
Adults suck.
Yeah, adults suck. Codename Kicks Dead's Door was my shit. Even as a teenager, I would be with them niggas 100%.
Oh yeah,
you have to understand that this shit is psychologically speaking. That shit resonates with a kid. That stuff stays with a kid. Who you are as an adult is because of what happened to you as a kid.
As far as I'm concerned, we really never grew up.
Yeah, and what you shit.
You just learn to behave in public.
I asked the teacher, why do they call it childish behavior when everything kids do they learn from adults? Exactly. They told me to shut up. They didn't have a response.
Yeah, and like most people,
I was an adult when I asked the teacher that.
Yeah, you were
but you know what the reason is? But see, that's the lack of critical thinking in society, because they regurgitate that shit because they heard an adult say it. But they ain't never put no context to it.
I mean, it's just like Pablo Picasso, even though I don't really think that nigga was that great of an artist.
Oh, what?
I mean, he was a great artist when he started.
It took him years to draw.
It took me years. Nigga, you retarded? Just scribble. What the fuck?
It took
I
me
mean,
years
not to take it away from Pablo Picasso, because he was a great artist. early on. If you don't know, if you look at that nigga's art early on when he was actually doing like drawing real life looking shit,
Yeah.
he was a beast. He was a beast. So it's not like to take away from what he was doing. It's just that people who are that pretentious to think, man, I try so hard to be a kid or think like a kid, nigga, just go wild. Kids are fucking feral, for real.
Yeah.
That is the thing. Go with your first instinct. Do whatever the fuck you thinking about and don't doubt yourself. Kids really don't doubt until they're taught to doubt.
Yeah.
And that could even be as early as 1 year old. Kids are afraid of shit because they already see stuff.
Right.
Or even their first injury, their first scrape. Those are things that teach them to doubt.
Right.
You teach them to doubt. Parents teach their kids to doubt.
Coddling them a little too fast.
Yeah.
Like as soon as they slip and fall or mess up.
Or not giving them freedoms.
See,
You want a kid to be a little free.
Sometimes children.
I mean, you
don't
have
look
to
like
be reasonable with the freedom.
Like I let my son go out there and find his
Sometimes-
I don't tell him what just.
Let that nigga eat some food
Hell no.
out on the ground. Sometimes he need to eat that
Not
Kit
that.
Kat that was melted on the
Yeah, I don't do
concrete.
that.
See, that's me.
That had the needle in it.
As for
Now
me,
he can have my son can have unprotected sex, but he can't eat no dirt.
he can't have unprotected sex with a disease Jezebel. He better not bring that home.
Hey, herpes.
Dad, I have AIDS. You on your own?
Hey, herpes slurpees. You know
That nigga can use dirty needles, but he better not eat eggs.
I gotta draw the line somewhere.
Right.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, to your mom's house, blackpeoplemeet.com, Black Planet, to, yeah.